Hello and welcome to the EEVBlog 9. We have been on the EEVBlog Forum and we have set up our beast of a camera. You're going through a lens you haven't gone through before, and we are going to show you the process of what to do with your Argus 3 thermal camera to install a raw composite output that doesn't have any of the gumph that's on the LCD display. So you can set up an external monitor or do the internal monitor that doesn't have all that crap inside, so you can have an output that you can capture, no gumph around it, so you can use it for photos, whatever. I want to actually experiment with actually doing thermal photography. I've wanted to experiment with that since having this camera. So we'll trim our little lead down. We're using yellow for composite colours. We'll unplug the little... I don't really want to move this from its position, but it's got the lighting perfect and the focus perfect on the camera. Ain't no autofocus here, folks. Good job it's a 3-pin connector. So it's pin 5, so find my solder. Hopefully I won't get too much in the way. I can actually adjust the focus a bit by doing this. So we're actually going from 5th pin along on the side of the LED. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to solder to this pin here. So we'll clean off our soldering iron as any good guy does. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's got a nice fresh bit of solder on there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, in reality, what I'd ideally like to do is have some sort of connector on here, but this is more of a test. I might add to this later. We'll see what I do with it. Okay, now we just need to assemble the camera, and I can show you whether this works or not. So, bear with me while I pause the camera and do all the putting together nonsense. That means I'm going to have to edit. Boo! Oh, you can't see the thumbs down. Never mind. Hey, look, there's a bit of dust floating past the lens. I wonder if someone will think that's a ghost orb again. And we're back. We'll just pause the podcast thing I'm listening to. I forgot that was on. That just happens when I'm working on stuff. And we have the thermal imaging camera powered up and running, as I can show just by turning it round. Woo! Now I just need to move my monitor into view of the camera without shorting out the pins that are powering it. There we goes. Stay. That's the wrong pin. Boom! You can see the camera on it. Look, you can see yourselves on the thermal imaging camera. And if we rotate this round a bit, you'll be able to see my laptop. It's shown off on a green screen, of course. There you go, you can see my laptop at the side of the green screen CRT. Yeah, this camera does okay at filming CRTs. Not the most in focus image ever, but hey, that's good enough for me. Enough to mess around with photography and whatnot. And this is also a very janky, nasty, dirty signal because it's literally just like coming out on a wire, no shielding, all that jazz. So, the person I have to thank for sending through this information and actually putting in the time to scope all the pins, they're actually on the EEVBlog Forum. They actually watched my video. That's sort of how they figured out what the hell I was doing. Because we tried that pin header which just linked to voltage and negative, and I'm actually using the negative of that pin header. And he is Dennis 1573. So, thanks for the info, Dennis 1653, and he's also got a Commodore PET from the looks of some of his photos of it in the background. And I very much approve of you having a Commodore PET, because those are actually quite rare and difficult to get hold of and expensive machines these days. But yeah, that's how you do it. And then I've just wired it through there. Eventually I might actually put a proper composite header on there, or I might actually make this full wireless as well, just for the hell of it. Or maybe I'll make the composite come out of here. So that's an idea, make the composite come out of here, because you're going to want your display output not to have all the status information nonsense. So yeah, I'll probably do that. But yeah, for now we're done. My Acorn Electron monitor has done the trick. Right, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll edit this and put this up whenever, but I should get to bed now. I got work tomorrow. My Christmas holiday's over. Boo. Thanks for watching. Hello and welcome to the EEVBlog 9. I just thought I'd demonstrate I got my Argus 3 thermal imaging camera to output raw output through the front. The video to do this, actually I'm going to paste this on the video, so sorry about the audio. You know, this is being recorded via a laptop, so I'm reliant on the laptop's webcams because I don't actually own any decent microphones apart from the ones built into the A55. But yeah, finding the negative was easy. You know, you just put the one end of the multimeter probe on the metal chassis, and the other end you just probe the pins until it goes beep, and it turns out, well, literally on the same side that the video output is, so's the negative. Right on the very end, lot of pins, group of pins, so if you accidentally shorted them, it was no big deal. So the HUD is on the main display on the back, but the HUDless output is now out the front, and I will probably at some point add a wireless output to this that utilises the HUD so I can see it for positioning and all that, because, you know, battery status information is kind of useful. But yeah, you actually get better quality outputting it, higher resolution and better frame rate. That's not bad frame rate than on the crappy LCD from 2002. Yeah, colour LCDs weren't amazing back then, when it was like things like the Game Boys Advance and that. Although the Game Boy Advance had a pretty decent. I was about to show you one, but well, he's currently in the other room over there. I think he's back in my work bag actually. But yeah, mission success. We have successfully hacked the Argus 3 to get raw composite output without any of that nonsense. And my glasses look super cool in thermal imaging. Yeah, here's me without glasses, here's me with glasses. And these aren't sunglasses, these are just my normal glasses that help me actually see. What's our battery life on this? Because the Argus does not have a good battery life. That's fine. We're good. And we also don't have an ability to do close-up focus at the moment. I do actually that's one useful thing I could do, actually use some of my RC equipment to actually create a internal focus that I can remotely operate. That would actually be genuinely quite useful. I just need to stick the rest of the screws back in this, but yeah. Hopefully we can get you some thermal imaging videos. And the other thing I want to do with this is actually potentially use this for thermal photography. You know, get like cityscapes of London and that, because I work in London. You know, use a small little DVR type thing that can capture stills from video type thing, and then just do one, then do multiple, scroll, almost like panoramic, and then just do several like that, so you can get a really high resolution photo. That would actually be pretty cool. The clouds won't be mashed up, but the buildings will be all in place. Depends how good I get at it and how big I decide to make the panoramic. Because if you look behind me at the doors and stuff, you can see the focus is actually pretty decent when it gets to infinity. I have no clue of the f-stop of this lens, but well, it doesn't rely on light, so I don't think that's really much of a concern, really. Well, it is for thermal, for sensitivity to thermal. But you can see, looking at my vintage computer collection behind me, the IBM 5150 is more or less invisible to the thermal camera. You can just about make it out. But yeah, that is mission success. That's just like, you know, I implemented a test setup of this last night and then went to work today, did all that jazz, first day back after Christmas, woo! And then came home, decided to work on this, and now I'm going to get a McDonald's because I cannot be asked to cook. But yeah, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I hope this video provides some usefulness to you. You know, some good old utility. But I'm not going to ramble on and bore you to death. I'm pretty good at doing that.